Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. I want to put today is Memorial Day, so we need to honor our fallen soldiers. We need to honor, you know, the soldiers that lost their lives for this country, and so we can just, I'm here because of some of the stuff that, I can't imagine what them soldiers went through, giving up their lives for this country, and so I want to honor them and just remember it's Memorial Day, so remember to honor the fallen soldiers. So anyway, with that being said, um, I was telling you the other day I like poker. I'm gonna talk about Poker Face, but I was talking about how I like streaming services that has originals. So obviously I'm off for Memorial Day today because we need to honor our fallen soldiers that fought in past wars, and so last couple of days I've been going through my stream services, so I was just sitting here and I was like, Poker Face. I looked at Poker Face on Peacock. I got these streaming services. I don't watch them that much, but when I do, they just come inconvenient. So anyway, I started watching Poker Face. Yeah, look, anybody that watches this channel out, look, Poker Face is hilarious. And actually, I'm on the. I watched all first season. I started Thursday, and then I watched it Friday and Saturday. So I finished it, and I'm on the new season now. But it is so flipping funny. I was shocked how funny this was because for some reason I have a hard time. I think a lot of us are this way. I think I have a hard time. No, matter of fact, I know that I have a hard time keeping focused on some of these, you know, shows and streaming services. And so when I watched this stuff, I was like, man, I hope this is good and all that kind of stuff. But it was. I have to admit, it was. What I'm saying is, a lot of us, if we don't get hooked right away in the first episode or two, we're just not going to watch it. And so I give it a shot, but the girl's voice and the way she was acting, but it just had me hooked right away. And I'm on the first season, and the first season has I don't see how many seasons this first season has. It has 10 episodes, and they average 56, 59, 56, 47, 46, 50, 47, 55. An hour and 2 minutes. This woman can tell when the moral of this whole video, this woman can tell that you're lying. It's something about how she reads your face. And that's how this whole thing is set up. She could tell when you are lying. And so I was like, at first, watching the trailer, I thought it was going to be set up in like a casino like, and I was like, I don't really want to watch something about gambling and casinos because I need something more open. And this is open because she has to go on the run. So she's in her car and she's running from this guy that's going to kill her. And so you're kind of going across country with her, and she's sleeping in her car and she's taking all these odd jobs. And every time she lands somewhere, seems to get in a predicament, and she could whoever she's in contact with, every time she stops somewhere, she's there for a little bit because she's on the run. So she's got to make some side money. She can't use a debit card. She gets pinged, they'll find her, right? So because they're trying to kill her, or they're trying to get her so they can bring her back to this dude, because this dude is a big shot. He owns the casino, but his son was running it, and she had something to do with his death. So now the dad is trying to get her and bring her back because he supposedly wants to kill her and stuff. But oh man, I feel like I'm on a cross-country road trip with this chick, man. And it is so flippin' funny. It makes me laugh. And I enjoy that, man, I watch him. I love when I watch something that can keep, this is what I like about when I catch something. It's hard to catch something with all these daggone streaming services, man. They just throw so much out at you, and then when you find something, but this one grabbed me. I don't know what it was about it, but I put, how you got, your streaming services got their little trailer, and then the trailer intrigued me. And that's the thing about a trailer. A trailer is designed to get you interested. There has been some trailers that sold me, and then when you watch it, you're like, oh, this is terrible. But this one is good, and this one's got some really good actors in it. It's got people that's been, it's got a lot of familiar faces, and wow, like I said, I started watching it on Thursday, and I started watching some of it on Friday, and then I watched the rest of it yesterday. And I did fall asleep a couple times because I was watching late at night because I knew when I got off work Friday, I knew I was gonna have a three day weekend because today is Memorial Day. And like again, folks, remember what Memorial Day is all about, you guys. This is not about I know a lot of us in our backyard and barbecuing and all that kind of stuff, getting some people get drunk, but at the end of the day, this is all about our soldiers. A lot of soldiers lost their lives down through decades of war. Because I think Memorial Day is not the actual name of the I think it was called something else. If you look back in your American history, I was at church and they was sharing that it was called something else, and then it became Memorial Day. So anyway, I just want you guys to realize that. God bless all those fallen soldiers. May they rest in peace. And this country's got its issues, but it is our country. So and then there's other countries out there all over the world that they got different holidays too, so give them respect as well, because they got holidays they also have. So just want to make sure I put that out there. But anyway, the first one is called the first series, season 1, episode 1 is called Dead Man's Hand, and then the next one is called The Night Shift, and then the next one is called The Stall. The Stall is so funny. And then the other one's called Rust and Metal. And then Time of the Monkey. Time of the Monkey. Look. And then Exit Stage Death. It was, and then The Future of the Sport. I mean, it's murder. And she's on the run. And then she can tell when somebody's lying. And so every time she stops, because she's on the go. She can't use her ATM machine. She has a side hustle everywhere she goes. She has to get paid on tape. This is wow. I'm surprised. So look, folks, put this on your radar. I also want to put this out there. I like my channel. I don't really care for YouTube like I once did. I really don't. I'm getting to a point where I don't hardly watch it. It's starting to get toxic to me. I'm starting to feel like I did with Facebook, and I just probably ain't gonna be on here that much. And guess what? I don't care. I just don't care. When I start feeling like that, I have to back off, So I've been really going into my streaming services. I've really been going into my, my physical copies of my movies I got. I've really been working out like a madman. I've been, house cleaning. I've been, just staying on top of things, man. And I just don't care for YouTube. And some of that is me. I just want to break free of YouTube. So I'm not going to be dropping that many videos, which it don't matter because I don't really have that many people watch this channel, but I'm saying that in all respect. When I start feeling like this, like I think something is affecting, it's just that every time I think I find something good, it rolls me into more negative stuff, I don't even keep up with box office charts. I don't even want to hear about no more woke stuff. I don't want to hear about no more anything that I don't care for, and I already told you guys that. But it's constantly being shoved in my face, especially on YouTube. And there's people always reminding you. And then, even these streaming services, they just... Now, sometimes I want to go commercial free because some of their commercials has got stuff on there I don't care for. So, anyway, I live a real basic, really basic life. I try to live right in the eyes of God. And I just ain't into stuff I'm just seeing anymore. So, I thank God for each and every one of you. And I thank God for the subscribers. I never thought I'd be sitting on 500 some subscribers, but I know I will be losing some because I'm not going to be uploading. And I'm always going to talk about my faith. So it is what it is. So anyway, the last one's called The Hook. The Hook is so good. Look, I really would like for y'all to watch this. I really would like for y'all just to give it a try. Just do the first episode. Just do the first episode and go into the second. If you don't like about a third, then you can give me I know you're not, but you could just say, in the comments, man, I tried to watch that. I didn't get it. It wasn't funny at all to me, but I think y'all like this. Because I ain't going to lie. I was sitting there going, I don't know about this, man, but it just kept intriguing me. And I went through the first episode because they got the new episode that just dropped recently. And I didn't know that because that's what happens when you find these new shows on streaming services. I tried to tell a lot of folks when I upload videos, I did not get my streaming services for the movies that I have physical. I have my movies physical. When you have a movie that you have physically that you like and it's on your streaming services that you are paying for, it's just an extra perk. I got streaming services for their originals. If you really pay close attention to the streaming services, they have a lot of originals. That's what they're working on. They're not trying to rob you of movies that you know, I hear this stuff out. They take stuff out of it. They do. I get that. But go out and buy the daggone physical. Go out and buy the physical. Have it in your library. And you ain't got to worry about these streaming services. They took this out and they took that out. And they trimmed this down. They trimmed that out. They cut this out and they muted this. Go out and buy the physical. Because the streaming services for me, I got Netflix. I got Peacock. I got Max. You know why I got Max? I got Max because HBO Max is going back to the original title, HBO Max. Because that's what they do. They make quality content. That's why I went to HBO Max, because they make good content. I like Netflix because Netflix just got, you can't find nothing on Netflix. You just can't find nothing. A lot of people, oh, Netflix got a lot of junk on there. Yeah, they do. But they also got good stuff. That's what they do. They make content. They're the OG, you know. I don't get it, man, you know. So if you like something and you don't want it to be messed with, then buy the physical. Don't take it out on these streaming services. It's like all this argument about video games being $80 and these things. At the end of the day, if you folks out there would vote with your wallet and stop spending money, stop doing all this talking, and start using your money. Your money has got power. At the end of the day, if people really truly wanted to give these companies a message, they would stop buying and supporting a lot of stuff. But again, they won't. They'll just get on YouTube and complain because they got subscribers and they hook you guys in with their thumbnail, and you guys jump on the thumbnail and y'all be all into that stuff, eating all that stuff up, but yet they'll go out and buy the system after they just got done complaining. There's some people out there complaining about streaming services. I bet you deep down, they'll never tell you they got something that they watch because they hook you guys with their subscribers. They want subscribers so they can get sponsors. I know I did a little side rant there, but I'm just trying to get people to understand. This is why I have streaming services, because I love the originals. If they have a movie on there, and if I was sitting on the couch, and if I was just chilling out and I was getting ready to fall asleep, and I might not fall asleep for an hour or so, but I know I'm going to fall asleep, and they got a movie on there that I already watched, but I'm like, wow, they got that movie on there? All right, I was getting ready to fall asleep. I might watch this movie before I doze off. You see where I'm coming here there? You see where I'm coming from there? But anyway, this is, I like this. I'm telling you guys, check this out. Poker Face. I think you'll like it. So God bless, take care, and enjoy your holiday. Remember the fallen.